devil uses if to create in our minds conditions of stipulation. If God were to give me a lover, oh God, if God were to give me riches, if God were to take me out of my situation, then I will serve him. Oh Jesus.
Oh Lord.
Help me, Lord. The devil put that if in our minds, and we bring that if to God. If God will give me a husband, you thought it was you. No, it's the enemy. If God will just take me out of my situation, God said to tell the people that that word if is a tool of the devil. Well, you don't have to say amen.
Amen.
Yeah. And many of us fall prey. We fall prey like a desperate housewife to the deception of Satan. For he comes with these devices. If, he said, go to God and tell him, God, if you do this for me, then I'll do the serving thing. But God don't need you to serve him to be God.
That's right. All mindset. That's right.
I'm just saying.
That's right. That's right.
I'm just going. I'm going to God. I'm going to go with God. And the Lord tells me to start teaching and stop the preaching stuff and start teaching my people. Amen to God. The devil will give you tools of deception. He plants it in your subconscious that you propose these things to God. Oh God, it's a stipulation. He tells you to give him the stipulation. God, if you do this, then I will serve. The devil uses this if as a tool to destroy you and I, to rob us of our freedom.
That's right, that's right.
But I heard Caleb shout out of my spirit as I prepared. Caleb said, give me the mountain. For they said that we can't take it.
We're not able to go up.
Huh? We're not able to take it. And the people were crying, and if we go there, we're going to die. If we go across, we're going to be destroyed. If. But Caleb said, I don't need a if. Give me the mountain, and I will show you that God is for me. And if God has found favor in me, I'm going to take the mountain and the valley and eat the grapes.
Holy God. Yes, Lord.
The devil uses if. But Caleb said, I'm not going to buy into that. I know in whom I believe.
Yes.
Oh, come on, raise your hand and give God thanks if you believe.
Yes, thank you.
If is a clause that the enemy uses to rob you of your free will.
Mighty God.
But Caleb said, I have none of that.
Taking the mountain.
For Caleb said, the promises of God are sure. Having this one thing, God knows them that are his. And I don't need to pose a stipulation to God to get a blessing.
No.
I don't need to bring a condition to God for him to bless me. If the woman is mine, she's going to be mine.
That's right.
Oh, Jesus. Help me, Lord. Help me. If the healing is mine, I'm going to be healed. Stop stipulating when it comes to God. It's the devil's plan. For if God don't deliver you, you turn your back. Where is God when it hurts? Well, let me behave myself for a minute.
Stay on.
The promises of God in him are yea. Amen to God and amen. If don't work with God.
No.
The kind of if that the devil proposes to you is not the if that God uses. Oh, Lord God. Now. Let me touch one more point. Before we kind of touch the text. The devil now uses if to create suppositions. And supposition in its connotation speaks to an assumption or a hypothesis. For that old dragon loves to see us in a conundrum or confusion. He likes to put us in confusion. He causes us to create hypotheses. He causes us to assume things. The Bible said David, the man of God, amen to God, and we dealt with it this morning. The man of God, as he saw Bathsheba. He saw Bathsheba, and as he saw Bathsheba, he looked at her and he said, I gotta have her. And the man of God, when he saw her, he began to hypothesize that God would allow him to have her based on his status as king.
As king? No, Lord God.
Sometimes we think God would give us certain allowances because of who we are. Yeah, it's the Holy Ghost that tell me this. So don't look at me. You think God will let you go because I'm a child of the king? You think you're supposing and assuming that you can get away. But no sin goes unpunished. Oh, Jesus.
Lord.
Help me, Lord. Help me.
Lord.
David assumed that because of his status, he would get away. And sometimes we justify our behavior on the premise of supposed allowances of God. We justify our behavior that God would allow this to happen. Oh yeah, and we somebody do us wrong, and because the person did us wrong, we snapped at them, and they know. You said, well, you know, God understands. God understands how it is, and we are assuming that He understands.
Right.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Oh well, I'm just trying to.
Oh Lord.
We assume that God has given us allowances. We have some preachers who treat people as if they're His own. We have some preachers who treat the people as if they're underneath His feet. We have some people who treat people as if they're under their feet. But if you touch God's heritage, there is a consequence. All right, amen. You can stay right there. But the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. There is no assumption or hypothesis with God. For the Lord said, I am the Lord, and I change not. Yesterday, today, and forever, I am God. David was told by Nathan, yes, it doesn't work like that. You can't assume that because you're king, you'll get away. Huh? God will not endorse or bless unrighteousness.
That's right, never.
God will never bless unrighteousness. But the devil brings these suppositions to your mind that you are made to feel that you can get away with wrong. Because you are put on the name of Jesus, you think that you can get away with little sin. We call them little white lies, little sin. You can't get away at all.
No.
Nathan said, David, you are the man.
Thou art the man. Yes.
Oh, yes, Lord, I hear you. I hear you. God will not endorse unrighteousness. For the righteousness of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness. God will not put up with our slackness and our nonsense. He will not. He will not. I heard David cried from the annals of time. He said, Lord, 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 have mercy upon me. For I have sinned against thee. David realized that he would fall. He fell to the trap of the enemy. The problem with us is that when we are revealed, we don't want to admit it. When God prompts our heart that we are not right, as opposed to turning and saying, Lord, I've sinned, we cover up our sins. But the devil said, if you just pray to yourself, God will forgive you. Yeah, no. But if you don't confess it, watch this. David didn't confess in private. He wrote it down. Oh, Jesus.
Thank you, Lord.
Oh, but I'm just going on. I'm going on. David said, blot out my transgression. not to remember it anymore. Hallelujah. God. David said, I come to confess, and I'm going to make it open and know.
Yes, yes.
For the devil has beguiled me.
Yes.
The devil has caused me to fall for the if. The devil has caused me to take that word if and use it, and it destroyed my freedom in God. We have an if now. If God is love, then he understands. If God is a loving God, he wouldn't allow me to go to hell. If God is God who he is, then he will save me even though I have not done right. But there's a time and a season. There's a purpose under heaven for every man. The Bible said that Paul now picked up the if. He picked up that if word as he addressed the brethren in Colossae. But it is now imperative to know that when God uses if, it has a completely different connotation. For when God says if, his inference speak to what is called the if of argument, which can be translated since or because. So when God speaks through the man of God, he's now, his if is totally and completely different from the devil's if. For the devil's if is to rob you of your freedom. For the devil comes to steal, he comes to kill, and he comes to destroy. The devil cares for the thing that would be unto man and not unto God. The devil cares only for natural things. But when God speaks, he's talking about the if of argument, or the since or because. In other words, since or because you have that liberty in God. So when Paul is now speaking, Paul is not using suppositions. Paul is not using any kind of stipulation. Paul is not using uncertain possibilities. But Paul now is using the if of arguments. You got to be a Bible student to understand these depths. You got to want to understand the depth of God. The depth of God is not only, hallelujah, jumping around, but to understand how the devil works and how the devil tries to destroy you and how God works in an opposite reaction to the devil. In contrast to the devil, you have to know how the devil functions. You have to know how God functions in order to fall in the right place. And so God said the devil now uses if to destroy, but my if is a different thing. So now Paul, using this godly inference, spoke assertively to the church. And he was not only speaking to the church then, he was also speaking to you and I today. For we like to look in retrospect on Bible. We like to go to Bible and we like to look in the Bible and we look at what Israel did and we look in retrospect and we say all manner of things about Israel and we say all manner of things about Judas, and we say all manner of things about David and we say all manner of things about them that passed. But when the Bible speaks, it's not only speaking in retrospect, it's speaking to you. Now, Paul said, if ye then, oh God, somebody say if. Paul said, since then you were raised together with Christ. Since then, somebody say since. Since then you're raised with Christ. Paul said, seek those things which are above. Oh Lord, God help me this morning.